Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host, Learvok, and you're just in time for a new Let's Play. And we're playing none other than the always controversial Batman Arkham Knight. For those of you sitting there wondering, Learvok, you handsome stud of a man, Batman controversial? Well, yeah, I'd say it's probably been controversial in the past. But certainly you're also asking, Arkham Knight? Certainly that's not controversial. Politically, no, but, performance-wise, if you've owned a PC, then you know the horror stories of Batman Arkham Knight. When this game first came out on PC, it didn't run well at all. People using like high-end level graphics cards couldn't even get this to run right most of the time. The people that got it to run right, I can guarantee you, were lucky. There were people using the NVIDIA GTX 980 graphics card, which isn't top of the line, but it's pretty close. I mean, we're currently in the 1080 series graphics cards. Currently the 1000 series. So yeah, that kind of shows you, at the time, for 2 years ago, this was... Hold on. Yeah, 2 years ago, this was probably top of the line. Or close to top of the line 2 years ago. It would chug. It would chug at a very bad frame rate and all this other stuff. So yeah. Now, almost a year later, over a year later, it finally runs well on my computer at least. But yeah. One thing I want to mention too before we get too far in, just one last thing to talk about the controversy. This got so bad that Steam, as well as WB, pulled PC versions off the shelves. Steam in a metaphorical sense, because they technically don't have shelves, but you get the idea. To this day, I think it's the only AAA title that's happened on, in Steam at least. Heck, for you to get, in order for you, hell, you could do whatever you want, and Steam takes for, the amount of effort it takes to get a game pulled from Steam is ridiculous. I mean, you have to do something stupid like try to sue 100 anonymous Steam users in a litigious lawsuit because they don't like your game. Those of you that don't know about that, look up Digital Homicide. It's an interesting story. So yeah, here we are at the beginning of the game, about to fry Joker. For some reason it doesn't pop up here, but you're supposed to hit X. And I'm gonna, hold on, let's see. Yeah, I don't see it popping up. Okay, so we're gonna just, you're supposed to hold X. If you let go, it doesn't go fully. Oh! That's cool, you actually see the hair burning, that's neat. So yeah, you gotta hold it down all the way, and then just kind of keep holding it until it bursts into flames like that. So yeah. A bit of a spoiler for those of you who never played Arkham City. Joker dies at the end.
Is how it
yeah. Not much to say about that. Also, Mark Hamill claimed it was going to be his last performance of the Joker, because, you know, doing that kind of voice really screws him over. Then I believe, when did Darksiders 2 come out?
9 months ago, Joker,
or excuse me, Darksiders 1.
I pressed the button and
Darksiders.
And
I think it was the first.
We waited.
I think it came out.
Gotham braced itself for the inevitable.
Oh wait, I guess maybe it came out before.
It didn't come.
Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and let you enjoy the story for a bit.
Down, I knew war was coming. I was just waiting for someone to pull the trigger.
For those of you that have never seen Darksiders, played Darksiders, Mark Hamill plays a character that's basically the Joker. If you want more information on that, look at my Let's Play of it. I basically devote several episodes trying to connect Darksiders to the DC universe. But yeah, this is an interesting opening here we have. We're actually in a first-person view of a cop. For some reason I'm getting various flashbacks to Metal Gear Solid 4. which is really weird because I've never actually played Metal Gear Solid 4.
No problem. Oh, thanks, honey.
One thing I want to mention too, there's a bit of foreshadowing in this scene. Look at one of the posters.
Chicken salad with no dressing.
If you played the game, then you know what I'm talking about.
Side of bacon. Don't tell my wife.
Whatever you say.
If you haven't played the game yet, I'm not going to spoil anything.
If you want some more coffee, just shout. Next service, waffles with bacon on the side.
Excuse me.
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt your dinner, Officer Owens. But there's a guy smoking over there in the corner booth.
Wait here. I'll have a word.
You know, so one thing I want to mention, it's probably obvious at this point, especially looking at the decor. This takes place during Halloween. And yes, we get to control the officer in first-person view. You see the pumpkin, it's Halloween. It's Halloween. Halloween's gotta be a nightmare for the city of Gotham. I mean, you already have all these masked crusaders and nut jobs all over the streets. I mean, just to see it like normal people, it'd be even worse. 'Cause like you'd have a. Wait, we can open the door? Oh.
I should talk to that customer who's smoking before I leave.
Okay. Okay. It's funny, I did not know we could open that door right now. Okay, so yeah, one thing, before we talk to the customer, I do want to look over a lot of this stuff here. There's a lot of, like, posters and billboards and just signs all over the place that just have lots of references to Batman lore and just DC lore in general. It is. I will be trying to point out at least a bit of it as we go along. But yeah, this is wow. I've never actually looked through the. Oh wait, oh no, that's blocked. I guess we can't go in that way. I just want to look through and just whoa. You know what else saw that flashing under there? Under the table? Like, it looked like a light, like sparks, or maybe someone had his phone hidden under the table. What's this? Fly with us and discover Markovia Hardwick tours. Okay. One thing I want to mention, we are playing this on a PlayStation 4 controller. So the PlayStation controls will pop up. All you gotta do is plug it into your computer with a USB, and you're good to go. To zoom in, click the right analog stick to zoom in. Look around with the right analog stick. Move around with the left analog stick. Controls are gonna be the same when you get to playing as Batman. The reason I'm playing this on a controller, not a keyboard and mouse, because as you may have guessed, this isn't actually a first-person game. If you've ever played Metal Gear Solid 4, I think. Wait. A? Oh, it must have been his that was. Oh, that was some weird light. Anyway, let's go ahead and stop this smoker.
Excuse me, sir.
We know the bag is the one that's smoking. Oh crap! You might want to get that looked at, buddy. That is not a good sign. But yeah, it's Scarecrow. The main bad guy in this is Scarecrow. It's a Halloween game. It's gonna be Scarecrow. It's funny because at this point in time, especially given Scarecrow's presence, you'd imagine that people would be more immune to this stuff. And you can fire if you want R2 to fire. I'm not gonna shoot anyone. You can if you want to, but I'm smart enough to realize this is not real, or at least that these are innocent people beating the crap out of each other, or maybe Oh. Oh, I never thought about that. Oh, that would have been... Oh.
This demonstration used just 5 ounces of my latest.
Oh, that would be ingenious if he planted thugs in there
This will seem like
that were immune to it and they just started attacking people. Oh my gosh. You wouldn't be able to tell who's innocent and who isn't.
only warning.
We don't know. Maybe he did. But yeah, so people are going crazy and people are leaving the city. Yeah, this is helping to explain why we get to explore a bigger part of
Scarecrow's
Gotham.
threat worked. Yesterday there were 6.3 million.
It's evacuated the city, which, to be fair, oh, Black Canary.
Not so many.
That's for those of you that don't know, Black Canary is a DC hero. Probably one of the cooler ones, at least in the Justice League. She was like amazingly awesome. Had the ability to
The only
basically
people left on the street
create sonic
were
waves with her
to
mouth.
enjoy the chaos.
And I believe,
Scum.
if I'm correct,
Criminal.
did she go out with Green Arrow at one point?
Not enough good people left to
I
stop.
think it was Green Arrow that she hooked up with for a few. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. No, I think it was Green Arrow that she had a thing with
It
for a
took
while.
just 24 hours for us to lose control of the city.
If you don't know who Green Arrow is,
Tonight,
go watch the.
Gotham's relying on one man to save us all.
I was gonna say go watch the TV show Arrow. I'm certain it'll tell you more, but I don't know. I never saw a full episode of Arrow. Or Flash. I hear both of those are pretty good. But anyway, enough talk about inferior superheroes. Well, with the exception of Flash. I mean, Flash did essentially rewrite the entire DC universe twice, I think. Look, it's a little. These comics get really weird, especially when you start involving. Especially when you start involving DC in continuity. But anyway, here we are playing as Batman, and we can fly, or we can glide. Holding down X and just walking off a platform lets you glide. Pulling back on the control stick keeps you up. Pulling down, up on the control stick pulls you down. R2 lets you go down really fast, and then you can kind of gain some altitude. Now right there, let me show you. When we're flying, we can actually use our bat grapple. R1 you see pop up, and we'll climb up here. That's the normal way to grapple. Now, if you're in a hurry, we can grapple, and then double tap X, and you see that little bar up there pop up, and that lets us just launch right up, and just avoid getting on the ground. I believe it's called the grapnel boost. While on the ground, like we are right now, if we want to move fast, you press and hold X to run. Controls are the same as before. Use the left analog stick to move around, right analog stick to control the camera. So if you want to move forward, point in the direction you want to move, push forward. If you want to walk backwards, push in the opposite direction where you want to go, and pull back. It's a little weird. When you're in combat, it works a little differently. Batman will auto turn around in whatever direction you're pointing. It's weird to explain this, but it works. It works very well. To access weapons, or to access your tools, you push up to access detective vision. Now, there are many uses to detective vision for those of you who've never played a Batman Arkham game in your life. One, you can see what doors are locked. Also, some other interesting tidbits and information on the environments. that help you out. You can see stuff that you can hack, you can see stuff that you can break, you can see stuff that you can interact with in various different ways. Another thing you can see, you may notice, we have characters as blue skeletons. Those are either friendly targets or unarmed targets. And I use the term unarmed kind of loosely because it's ungunned people, but ungunned doesn't sound as well. So when you're fighting thugs, you can see who's armed with lethal weapons and who just basically has a knife or whatever in their arsenal. And I did not know that was going to trigger right there.
Okay.
I'll get over with the rest of the controls here in a sec.
Stay safe.
There's not a whole lot left.
You still know how to make an entrance.
How's the evacuation going?
Last bus crossed the city limits an hour ago. I'm just glad my little girl got out when she did. Now the real work begins.
Any lead on Scarecrow?
We were tracking an unknown military vehicle speeding through Chinatown. It's the only lead we've had all night, but they gave us the slip. With the evacuation, I just don't have the manpower left in the city.
If you find it, tell your men not to engage. I'll deal with it.
Do you really think Scarecrow's crazy enough to detonate a chemical weapon in Gotham?
I won't let that happen, Jim.
I'm surprised Jim could say that with a straight face, like, without bursting into laughter. Come on, of course we know he's crazy enough to unleash a chemical weapon. This is Gotham City. This is a Gotham City criminal. I would put money on Penguin being crazy enough to unleash a chemical weapon on all of Gotham. Penguin, the least insane person.
Of Unit 247.
Already working on it. How's my dad doing?
He's holding up.
Somehow.
One thing I want to mention, I really like this hologram thing here.
Okay.
But like as a storytelling thing, it's awesome. As a real life thing, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So one thing we're gonna do before we end this off, real quick, go over the last of the weapons and tools. If we push down on the D-pad, we get access to our weapons, and we just kind of scroll over with the left analog stick, find what weapon we want, and then hit down again. And now we have the weapon, or the tool at hand. Now, another thing we can do is we can press and hold down, and then use the right analog stick to select, let go, and now we have it selected. I don't know why they do that, but it works. Oh. You can do left or right with, if you just push down, if you just tap down. To back out, you just press circle. Let's see, basic combat. Square to attack. Triangle to counter. Circle to stun. Oh! You actually get to show some combat here. So, one thing, for those that don't know, when an enemy has blue lightning bolts over their head, you can hit triangle to counter them. That prevents you from being dealt damage, and that also helps boost up your combo meter. Your combo meter is going to play a big part in how much experience you gain. It's kind of like an experience multiplier, as well as a few other ability things. Like once you unlock certain abilities, it'll allow you to do like free flow combat, which is like kind of makes you faster, and a few other interesting things. With all that said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode off here for now. So in the next episode, we're gonna be heading after that military vehicle. You know, we're rescuing the missing police officer. Until then, I will see you guys later.